Alright, a quick Photoshop video on the healing brush. The healing brush here is in a set of tools that helps you touch up and fix your photos, blemishes, wrinkles, spots, and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is, you want to make sure your brush is big enough to cover your things that you're fixing. And the tool is pretty easy. All you do is you hold the Alt key down nearby a spot. Turns into a target. What you're doing here is you're sampling the photos. Ignore this step here, but this should be set on normal. And once you've held your Alt key, click to sample. Just go over your spot, click, and it does its magic and it tries to fix it up as best as it can. So every time I'm going Alt click and then doing a cover up. And if you take your time and you just go through enough of these, you can see that you can fix your photos up quite nicely. You can even Alt click, and you can even just hold the mouse down and do a line. And you'll see there I took out part of his eyebrow. Not very nice. Okay, second thing you can do is the clone tool. For the clone tool, I'm going to switch to a different photograph here. What you do is you hold the Alt key down this time. It's just going to make actually a new layer. You go to the layer, and the clone tool is for copying. So this time I hold the Alt key down, and I'm going to target the eye, click. Now I can jump up here on my new layer, and I'm just drawing. And you can see it's a little scary looking. And there's the baby's third eye. Since I was smart enough to put it on a new layer, you could pick it up. You can resize it, turn it upside down just to make it look a little scarier. And that's one useless thing you can do with the clone tool. The good thing you can do with the clone tool is you can actually remove stuff that you don't like out of a photo. And so what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to right click on my layer and I'm going to duplicate it. What this does is it makes an exact copy of the layer you have, just so if I mess this layer up, I still have my original layer all safe underneath. So what I do is I take the clone tool, I'm going to take an area near the garbage can for my home base, and then I'm going to move over and I'm going to start painting. And I can see what the clone tool is doing. It's basically taking stuff from beside the garbage can and it's replacing. Now if I do this well enough, what you end up getting is you end up getting the amazing disappearing garbage can. So you can take people out of your photos. I see a little pole here I don't like, so I'm going to take the bushes here, try to cover up that pole. Now you see how it left funny streaks there? That's called machine gun effect. When you use the clone tool, you have to be careful that you don't do too much weird cloning, or you get this. You can start to see the weird streak in the photo like that, where it's obvious something's been done. So you do have to be careful when you use a clone tool. Don't start new spaces too often. That's about it. That's the healing brush and the clone tool. And now you have a little package to practice.